Baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is a final unbelievable. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here after a Brewers 3-1 loss, snatching that, that win.
That was so dumb.
The Padres did it. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Abner Uribe. This is, as Murph would say, this is the big leagues. You can't walk guys. So you had just an amazing outing from Jacob Mizorowski.
That's the part of it. Continue. Sorry. This is
this is tough. This is a tough one. It clearly the biggest loss of the year. Just because you had the series, you had a 6-game winning streak, you had a lot. You had a Cubs team that lost. You had just so much on the line here for now, in the moment, in the minute. And there'll be better days, there's no doubt. But this wasn't necessarily all on Abner Uribe, folks. This offense is not innocent in this loss in itself.
No.
They had base runners 7 of the 9 innings. And you have 1 run. That was painful. Did you see how that scored? We'll get to that insurance run of the game. But that was one of those painful runs scored by the Brewers. But you wasted such an amazing performance from Miz, 10 punch-outs, 7 scoreless innings. I mean, you look at the pitch totals. He had 43 through 2 innings. I don't know what he threw in that third, but I got a mark down here. 4th inning, 8 pitch. 5th inning, 8 pitch. 6th inning, 7 pitch. 7th inning, 10 pitch.
Yeah, he threw 16, I believe it was, in the third, because it was over 20 the first 2, and he had a teen one in there. I think it was 16.
Yeah. And so, I mean, just outstanding. You talk about Murphy over the weekend, last weekend, saying, on Friday night that we're looking at Miz, and he's in the process of becoming great. Oh, I don't know about process, or I don't know about becoming. Tommy, what do you think?
No, Miz is great. Miz is great.
I think so.
It's not becoming great. He is great. He leads Major League Baseball in strikeouts, and his ERA is 2.12. What more do you want from the guy? He is great. Or he at least is pitching great right now.
If I'm not mistaken, 6 innings shutout, 5 1/3 shutout, 7 shutout in his last 3 starts.
He hasn't allowed a run in May. He hasn't allowed a run since May turned over.
And then your offense doesn't tack on a run here or there to protect yourself from what occurred tonight at American Family Field.
Yeah, brutal.
It was brutal.
Brutal. Just so brutal. Let's get a caller in before we have to hit a quick break here at the beginning here. 414-677-1250. Our guy, Cousin Tim. What's up, Cousin Tim?
Hey, how are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Awful.
How do you think?
Awful.
Yeah.
So bad. More important how you feel, though.
I'm all right. It's just I know I said it. I'm not with the Uribe McGill. I couldn't trust him. I told you that last night, and it came to fruition. And I just don't trust him. And you can say it's the offense, but come on, man. He threw him a cheese ball. Okay? He threw him the cheese ball.
Your pitching allowed 3 runs against that team.
I get it.
That's it. You should win this baseball game.
The closing roles.
They scored 1 run. I think that it's equally, the blame is equal on this one. Maybe later on tonight we'll get Judge Jamo on, and we'll put that on the docket. Who was more to blame in this one, the offense or Abner Uribe?
Well, Uribe's done this quite a few times this year.
I don't know about that.
It was his second blown save of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's done it twice, but I still don't trust him. I don't.
Yeah.
I just.
Who do you want? You want McGill? You want McGill back there?
No, what I really wanted was Ashby to maybe go another, whatever.
I mentioned that to you, Tommy. How about Ashby just staying in there?
Yeah, that was a thought.
Sheet?
I can take it. Do you want him to be the closer then?
I think he'd be better than Uribe.
No, Ashby's too important in the role.
How about Uribe maybe be like the 6th inning guy and then work yourself up?
And then you're saying Ashby the closer?
Yeah, for now.
No.
I told you could get someone else.
All right, Tim, you were right. Last night you showed concern. All right, man, we got to scoot. We got to hit our network stations. We got to welcome them in just a couple of minutes. So stick around. Nicolay Law Talking text line. Let's unpack this one. 414-677-1250. A 3-1 loss. They're a strike away from a 1-zip victory, and Thunder hit, and it was sheets of rain, I guess. Gavin Sheets, 3-run bomb.
Wow, Tim, we're not in the pun mood right now. We're not in the pun mood right now.
Guess not. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. A lot to get to, including your reaction after this one. A tough one at AmFam. We'll be right back.
Fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final from American Family Field, and the result is not good.
Bad.
Super bad.
Super bad.
I mean, let's get into this one a little bit. This is painful. I mean, you're talking about painful. This is painful. This hurts. As we welcome you into the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show, 3-1. Brewers fall in a thrilling performance from Jacob Mizorowski. I will say that. And just witnessing the hype in that Padre dugout after Sheets hits a 3-run home run off Uribe. When he was the prior batter, he walked a man. And you're a strike away from this victory and celebrating Miz being great. And he is great. He's pitching like a Cy Young Award winner right now. He is. And we can get into that as well. Also, the offense. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, here to talk Brewers baseball, win, lose, or draw. We're going to be here because that's what we do. I would much prefer to just say, hey, smile, Milwaukee, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Euchre's smiling back. Say, we'll see you tomorrow, folks. I don't have time to process this stuff. So this is tough. These are challenging radio shows when you have a loss like this.
Well, and you didn't even get time to process it because they were strike away from winning the game.
Oh, I was processing a win.
Right. That was, and Tim, important to note, they might have wasted the Luis Rengifo game finally, too. I mean,
three
hits from Rengifo on top of it, which don't look now. He's over 200 finally for the first time all year.
2 hits from Frelick.
Yeah, that was, this bottom part of the order gets a lot from us. And all 3 of them, I mean, they came up with 5 of the 9 hits today, 5 of the 8 hits, rather.
Yeah, and look at that upper portion of the lineup. What, a scratch base hit out of Churio?
No, it was 5 of the 9. Yeah,
that's what you got brutal. Out of Churio, Terang, Contreras. I mean, again, you can say the blame is on Abner, and I guess I would probably tend to agree with you, but let's not say the offense is innocent here.
No, they went 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position today.
You won't win many baseball games 1-zip. And This is why. Because there's no wiggle room whatsoever. There were no tack-on runs. There was no gapper. There was no homer. There was no nothing. There's a fielder's choice RBI from Terang. That's almost as big a reason they lost this game. Nicolay Law talking text line, 414-677-1250. Get right to your reaction here. 29,000 plus, on the verge of a 6-game winning streak, on the verge of gaining another game on that team, on the verge of just feeling good and rolling and putting things back in order. If not Uribe, who do you want to close?
Yeah, that's a question I would like all night. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talking text line. Come in, tell us who you want to be the 9th inning guy, if you would rather them go back to McGill, if you want to stick with Uribe, or if you have another option you'd like to see, because the bullpen, it isn't what we thought it was going to be. It sounds like now, Tim.
Well, it's not. It's not, and they're still trying to find themselves. I'm still fairly comfortable with it. This is going to happen a little bit, but yeah, I mean, you have to have an alternative. I think if there's any choice here, it's McGill or Uribe. You're not going to move it. We went on local just after the game in Milwaukee on 1250 AM, 105.7 FM. And we had one of our callers that said, go ahead and put Ashby in there to close. That's too valuable. That's too valuable of a commodity, Tommy, to throw him in the 9th inning of the high pressure, high leverage. He's been a multi-inning guy. He's been a secret weapon, a Swiss Army knife, 5th, 7th, 8th, whenever you want to use him. That's, to me, that's not an alternative. To me, it's McGill or Uribe.
Okay, what if you move Ashby to that role because you are grooming Chad Patrick to take Ashby's role.
Well, that's a possibility. That is, well, Patrick, part of that is a possibility. But no, I still say it's Uribe. If you're asking me who the closer is, it's Abner Uribe. And he's going to learn from this. That's what the Padres do. And I'm surprised the tempo wasn't covered up a little bit. They attack you. That's what the Padres do late. They just get on you. They get on you quick. And you got to be really careful with that Padre team late in ball games. Tommy, that's what I told you last night when the Brewers were up 6-3. I still didn't feel that comfortable with it.
Yeah. Because
of those statistics that just scream the Padres will attack you. They'll ambush you. And you have to be focused in on execution every single pitch with a team like that. You can't get away with anything. They'll get you. They're looking for one thing and one thing only, and they're looking to drive it.
Well,
boy, isn't it nice to have power?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I get it. I get it. Well, then that means what do they have? They have 7 runs in the series, and 4 of them have come in the 8th inning or later now during this process. I know 3 came today, but still, they put a run in the 8th yesterday too.
They did.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Made it a game. 6-4. They had the tying run to the plate last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
In what appeared to be a blowout. It felt like a blowout last night. And then we get to Mizorowski here, guys. What a waste! It's great for Mizorowski. Don't get me wrong. But anytime your starter goes 7 scoreless innings, you got to win that baseball game.
Yeah. This was a Paul Skeens-esque performance. I know that came in on the Nicolay Law talking text line here. Let's get a caller in before we're gonna get a break. 414-677-1250 if you want to be a part of the show. Like our guy Ron over in Rome right now. What's going on, Ron?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Ron just hung up on himself, I think, right there. That's what that noise was. Oh, gosh. All right.
Could be.
Let's go to Adam. Let's go to Big Rig then over here, leaving the game.
Hey, what's up, boys? Yeah, Tim, you were just saying it, how the Padres like to attack. And if you look at Mizorowski's pitch count by inning, he was up over 40 after 2, and then he started having single-digit pitch counts as he got deeper into that game, and the Padres started to attack early. That's exactly what they were doing. Very, very astute observation, sir, as always. Yeah, no, I was at the game tonight. It was my older brother's birthday. Happy 49th birthday to my brother, Michael. I don't know if he's listening
Michael,
yet.
happy birthday.
But we were there for the game, and, it was exciting for the most part. The Brewers had some traffic. Obviously, we know how the 1 run scored. You guys already talked about it. But, it's on the offense. It's on Uribe, I guess, a little bit for the execution. The pitch sequencing wasn't great. With 2 outs in the 9th inning, I got to be honest, as much as I love Contreras. But, we had Uribe, to answer your question, Timmy, you guys had Uribe 2 outs. You had him hit a flare that Turang almost caught. That would have been a 1-0 victory. So it's not like Uribe blew up. He got a couple of guys on after he didn't get that out and gave up the 98-mile-an-hour long ball. But, I think he's still probably the guy for the job, at least right now. I don't want Ashby there, like you said, Tim, too valuable to deploy wherever you want him to. I do love me some bullpen Chad Patrick, so if that's going to be a thing, maybe you can give him a shot if it gets to that point. But McGill, I think, has re-entered the circle of trust. He's been doing a whole lot better lately. So if they made a move, it's going back to McGill first, I think, is what Murphy would do. But I'm fine with Uribe for right now. I think that's the way that you win the most games now and in the futures if you get him to where he needs to be.
Great stuff, Adam. Hey, great hearing from you too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just it shows you how things can go so quick on you in the game of baseball that you think you kind of know, and then a flare base hit. Oh, whoops.
Yep.
That's just a flare base hit. Whoa, wait a second. No, it's not. That's a base hit here. Now we're looking at them taking the lead with 1 swing.
Right.
Okay, so be careful. Or are you too careful against Bogaerts? So then what do? Do you attack him? I mean, that's the cat and mouse game. But know one thing. Know that team is going to go get you. I'm surprised Bogaerts even lasted a full count.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
Let's get to Ron over in Rome again here. Sorry, Ron. I think you dropped us there. What's going on, boss?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think Brewers fans have been a little spoiled we've had some great closers, and they kind of expect perfection. And I like McGill. I think he's pretty steady. I never understood why people want to go to Uribe. And maybe I'm a hypocrite because after he had that blown save this year, I was like, he'll come back. He's steady. But with Uribe, I never have that feeling. I feel like he's emotional. If things start to unravel, he gets rattled. And I just like having McGill in there.
Okay. I want Uribe because I think he is one of those guys that has a colorful personality and fits the mold of a closer.
I know, but this loss is really the worst time to have a blown save. I mean, we're on a roll. We're finally catching up with the Cubs, and we held the Yankees. We swept the Yankees, and I guess it's not a big deal if we win tomorrow or whenever. And we take the series. But I don't know. I just had the feeling the whole time he was pitching that he was going to blow it, and he did.
Yeah, I was just okay. Thank you, Ron. Great hearing from you again. You're going to hear this. And to a degree, it's true, Tommy. Hey, they just won 4 of their last 5 games against the Yankees and the Padres.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That doesn't minimize the effect of how much this one hurts.
And if you're giving me the 2 options, Tim, if these are really the only 2 options of McGill or Uribe, I tend to agree with Ron. I think I'd rather have McGill in the role. I really would. And
more experience.
He's got more experience, and Uribe's always been a guy that's been wild thing out there. He can get erratic because of his emotion. And, I love when he shakes the dice after something good happens, but you ain't shaking him tonight. And I liked his role in the 8th. He was always being groomed to be the guy to be the 9th once McGill was done. McGill had a rough start to the year. He did figure it out throughout. His velocity being down, I think, is probably more why he got moved than his performance, even during this stretch. I think it was a little reactionary going to Uribe at the time. And I don't want Uribe to not pitch in leverage situations. I want him in that 8th inning.
He has to be.
And if you're giving me the option of either one of them is the only 2 options, I think I would pick McGill over him. And that's even after the run he gave up yesterday in the 8th inning. Both of them have given up runs in this series. So it's not perfect. And realistically, I know those are the only 2 options. And if they are, then I would rather have Trevor because of what he did and has done.
Okay, so closer talk tonight. Also, lack of offense. What are you guys doing, man? Miz is out there. Just give him a few runs. You got the ball game. The offense is still trying to find itself. They're not innocent here, folks. They're not. Although Renhefo Mo, well, for 3. He had 3 hits. Frelick with a couple of knocks. And then Frelick, you got to swing the bat. Joey, you got to swing the bat. There's certain situations where you just got to swing the bat. All right, so offensive issues as well. We'll take a quick break here. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, a crusher tonight, a gut punch, 3-1 loss. Baseball can be an evil thing. You know that? Most times it's great, and it's been great, but it can get you. It can bite you. It can bite you. Baseball, what's it gonna do?
Who are you gonna call?
It's gonna bite you.
Gotta call the top fastball, Garrett Mitchell.
Gavin Sheets is gonna bite you.
Oh.
All right, Brewers fall 3-1. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Now, I will say this. Goal accomplished for me. You've won one of the first two games of the series. You got to pop at it tomorrow. But you, again, as I said last segment, when your starter goes 7 shutout innings, you got to win that baseball game. You just got to win it. Now, this one, you have to assume a loss and then win that game to get this one back. You somehow, some way, and baseball usually levels off that way a little bit. But it's a game that we're all getting ready to go on the air, and it's a post-game show, and Tommy and I are preparing, and the Brewers are going to lose, and what's the record, and where they at, and then wait a second, holy crap, they won this game, right? They need one of those back to get this one back.
Yeah.
Because this was in the win column. It was.
It really was. And I'll get to a couple of texts here. The Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Call in, text in. We'll get them out over here. This one coming from Muzzy. Heartbreaking loss. Miz was so good tonight, too. Only silver lining is this loss happened now and not in October. 913, this is Justin from Kansas City. Well, that was a gut punch. Besides Joey, maybe Mitchell needs to be sent down. Bowers can play left, Churio in center. Yeah, Garrett Mitchell, we put him on watch yesterday.
We did.
Right? Officially as of yesterday of need to be better, Tim Allen. Needs to be better.
Yeah, him and Frelick, to a degree, Frelick as well. And Frelick, you can tell, is starting to, at least the ball is coming off the bat a little bit more like a Major League Baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 414.
And not a Waukesha Little Leaguer.
The 414 saying here, I think it's a typo because the N and the B are very close to each other. So I'm going to assume it was Uribe and not urine. Needs to go back to the 8th. Spoiling a gem by the Miz should be a crime.
Jeez.
Scotty Tiffany, 9 hits, 1 run, just not acceptable. What a waste of a great Miz performance. That 262, that was a rare blown save by Uribe. However, Joey O, who needs to go, had another golden opportunity with the bases loaded, and he never took the bat off his soul.
You got to swing the bat, Joey.
Swing
the bat.
For finding his bat. Back-breaking loss. Pitching staff was on cruise control tonight. Padres, where did it say? Padres are tough in the 9th. Get them tomorrow, Jeff in Woodville. 414 says, hi, Tim. I hear the pain in your voice. That was a terrible pitch selection and location to Sheets. You couldn't land his slider low in the zone or get them to finish, so he should have thrown a fastball up in the zone. Laura on the south side, total bummer. Maybe Murphy should have left Ashby in. That was another one that we had already talked about here. 262, I'm sick and tired of Uribe celebrating after games. Act like you've been there and then walk off the field. Yeah, you got the job last time, but you didn't tonight. Enough with the celebration after the final out. Act like you've been there.
Yeah, the celebration is tough to corral that with some players. I mean, should we not have Miz then going crazy after a big out or a big inning or a big performance?
Ben in Wausau, it's got to be Ashby to close now, right? I mean, you kind of miss using him in the other earlier situations or long relief, but he's probably the best option on the staff. Otherwise, a trade, Uribe and McGill ain't it.
We're going to find that out because they are it right now and for the foreseeable future. They're going to remain it. It's one of the two, if not both of them. Maybe it's up to, who matches up. I know they're both right-handers, but maybe who matches up best. Maybe it's take a look at some head-to-head splits. Maybe you look at what that pocket of hitters likes to hit, and you go with Uribe in the 8th in a similar situation, and then it's maybe it's McGill in the 9th. Man, a tough one. All right, Pat Murphy coming up. We will continue to talk about this one. A tough one. Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. up 1-0, a strike away from their 6th consecutive win, and then they lose this game. Wow. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen talking Brewers baseball. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final, and the results are good. A Brewers 1-zip victory, and Jacob Mizorowski was amazing tonight. 7 shutout.
Don't do that.
That didn't happen?
That was mean. It's 10 o'clock. Some people might be tuning in for the first time all night, and you just did that to them.
That's true.
That was top of the hour. You're going to do that? Oh, God. That was brutal.
No, it didn't happen that way. Welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz getting your reaction after a Brewers crushing defeat, 3-1.
Crushing is an understatement.
They were up 1-zip after Mizorowski left the game. Still need to get a little something with Mizorowski. Murph set him out there for the 8th inning. And then he left due to, well, we'll find out in just a little bit. We're going to hear from Jacob Mizorowski and Pat Murphy coming up in just a little bit. But what a performance for Miz. He continues to take steps forward. The command, more than anything, Tommy, is really impressive here. And it's surprising me through the first month and a half of the campaign here that he does lose it occasionally, not tonight, of course, but you know, in starts past, he has lost it and he's done. And there's some walks and some really deep counts. And I mean, you had no walks and 10 punch outs tonight.
Yeah, here's his line in May so far, Tim. Miz in 3 games with 18 1/3 innings during those 3 games. He's given up 6 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 29 strikeouts.
80 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah, in 51 innings. Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's stupid. That's just stupid.
Crazy good.
That's not normal. That's not even close to what we've seen from great caliber pitchers. That's not normal.
That's right. That is above them.
That's way different than what we've seen. I don't think it's fair to compare this start to Corbin Burns. I don't think it's fair to compare this start to any Freddie Peralta season. Like, this is the best 9-game stretch to begin a season we have seen in Milwaukee Brewers baseball history from a starting pitcher.
Been amazing. Yes, and it's Cy Young territory. It is. I mean, that's the reality of it. Now, is there a long way to go? Sure. Of course there is. But, man, this is really good. Now, on the other hand, the offense, you know, the bullpen, there's not a lot of wiggle room because of the offense. Now, I think the bullpen gets a bad rap here at times. Now, have they been good? I'm not going to tell you they've been great. Ashby is obviously having a good year. DL Hall having a good season. Grant Anderson having a good season. There are some good spots out in that bullpen. Trevor McGill starting to put his things together. But if there's no wiggle room, folks, what do? That's the thing with these guys in the back end of that bullpen. One little mistake and bam, it's just blown up. Well, quite frankly, this offense needs to do better. They do. Murph knows it, and you know it. This offense needs to do better.
Just the second loss this year when the Brewers are leading after 8 innings, by the way. They're 20-2 when they lead after 8.
Which is, you know, it's not horrible. It's not like they're blowing every lead late. They've been decent, but we're used to it. One of our callers last hour put it that we're not used to this, and he's right on the money. We are not used to this as a Brewer fan, not in the last, decade or so. We just believe that these are wins. These are tough. I don't know where the metrics would lie, and I don't even know if there's a category on Baseball Reference or any of the other sites. But in the past, how many years? Pick a number of years. go team stats, and how many losses, what's your winning percentage when you're winning after 8 innings or after 7 innings. I think that's a better barometer. After 7 innings, I think the Brewers would rank as one of the fewest losses when leading after 7 innings. That's how spoiled we are. So it makes it hurt even worse. They come back down to mere mortals here in Milwaukee in the back end of that bullpen. And again, I'm not going to say they've been horrible because they haven't been horrible. But this one is as much on the offense as it is on the bullpen. 1 run. I mean, Jackson Chourio, where are you running to?
Yeah, that was really
fly
dumb.
ball hit to the middle of the diamond.
I have no idea what that was.
Middle of the outfield.
Yeah, that was weird.
Where were you? What were you thinking was going to happen right there? That took an opportunity away from guess who? William Contreras. That took the bat out of his hand with a runner aboard. You can't make those mistakes when your offense is as inconsistent as it has been.
So I'm looking right now. Tim, what's the math on that? Was the last game of the season last year the 26th? Does that sound about right?
28th?
Maybe something like that. Okay, well, that was game 1.
Started October 1st, I want to say.
Yeah, okay. So I can get it here then from that. I'm looking at previous game notes, at least here for the Milwaukee Brewers, as they wrapped up last year against Cincinnati. And what I'm seeing here last year, going into the last game, I don't know if they blew it later on in that one, but no, they won 97 games, right? So they won the last game of the season. They were 81-5 leading after 7 innings.
Yeah, again, it's extremely rare. And I would think it would be a similar sort of stat years prior to that. So, yeah, it hurts, but it doesn't happen a ton of times. It just doesn't. It just seems like the Brewers are coming back down to earth in the back end of that bullpen. For those of you that wanted Trevor McGill traded this offseason, you remember that conversation, Tommy?
Yeah.
No, he's a valuable commodity right now in that bullpen.
I mean, he's not as valuable if you would have traded him earlier than trading him now. Absolutely not. His performance is down.
What would the Brewers do without him right now?
Brian Fitzpatrick would be pitching the 8th. Like
Grant Anderson, high leverage.
Grant Anderson is
where is he?
Where is Grant Anderson?
What happened to GA?
And not that I was calling for him by any means in these games, but still,
I thought about that today. Where's Grant Anderson?
On the last time Jake Woodford pitched was St. Louis, the 4th of the month. It's the same, I believe the day before is the last time Brian Fitzpatrick pitched on the 3rd, wrapping up the Washington series.
It's the same. It's been the same 4 guys.
Grant Anderson last pitched on May 4th. He hasn't pitched in 9 days.
Think about what they've been doing in the back end of that bullpen. It's been 4 guys.
Right.
It's been Hall, Ashby, McGill, and Uribe. The other guys, just where are the other 4?
And now Patrick and Drowan sneak their way in every once in a while. Yep. Right. Yeah. But they're not the everyday guys.
No, and they're not the high leverage dudes. So
they're more high leverage than Grant Anderson.
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Inconsistent offense, Uribe a blown save, and a brilliant performance from Mizorowski. Justin, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Man, what a great show tonight, man. You guys, even when, the stuff sucks and you feel like you're kicked below the belt line, you guys kind of make you feel a little bit better, man. Like, first of all, I'm not even mad at Uribe. I'm more mad at these Garden Tour Brewers fans that are texting and calling in with this BS. Oh, I hate when he celebrates. Did your ass say that when he closed 90% of the games? He's going to blow a save. McGill's going to blow one too. Devin Williams blew him. Josh Hader blew him. Trevor Hoffman blew him. What's your boy in New York? He blew saves. Like, it's 162 ball games. I'm not going to tell you how to fan, but, like, how are you going to turn your back on the kid because he celebrates too much? He's a hell of a pitcher that hung a slider. That's what happens when you throw at the level that he throws. You're going to hang pitches. But you mentioned it earlier. No one with the wood in their hand did anything tonight. No. We got a fluke run tonight. But we're going to turn it. We're going to blame it on Uribe because he's the last one that we saw. Was it a bad pitch? Was it uncharacteristic of Uribe? Absolutely. Will he do it again this year? He damn sure will. Will McGill blow a save if he's a closer? He will.
It's a fine line, Justin. It's a fine line. A lot of things go a little bit different when it's a 2-run lead or a 3-run lead. You call different pitches in those situations. So to your point, if the offense puts up another run or 2 or 3, well, then you have a completely different dynamic. Those pitches are not thrown. The sequencing is totally different with even a 2-run lead to start that inning or to finish that inning or maybe even a different pitcher. Who knows? But if you can get a big hit here or there once in a while, these guys are just in a holding pattern of just still trying to find themselves. They're not offensively. They're not there yet, Justin.
Anybody can sit on their couch and say, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that after the fact has happened. I'm going to trust the back-to-back manager of the year. One other thing, though, because Uribe is getting a lot of hate. And what about Contreras, though? Contreras is the one that called the pitches. And I'm not talking about on the cat that hit the home run on the hanger, because that's not Contreras' fault. We should have challenged. Who hit before Sheets, Tommy?
Bogarts.
Challenge him. Because at least if he gets you, it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, I mean, but like Miz's performance has to give credit to Contreras too. Then Justin.
No, and I'm not saying Contreras is horrible. I'm not doing like these other people that are. But I'm just saying he called the knuckleball, the curveball, whatever on that 3-2 pitch. Maybe it's a different pitch there, but that's what happens when a game is 1-0. You're going to second guess everything. Yeah. But my thing is, don't bang on Uribe, don't bang on McGill, and don't bang on Contreras. It's a multitude of guys, but you can look around. Everyone from 1 through 9 in that lineup is the blame for this loss.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Justin, because we talked about it last time you were on. How worried are you about Garrett Mitchell right now?
I'm not worried at all. I hate to sound like my buddy from the Falls, but I'm not. I'm really not, man. I'm not worried about you use this part of the season to kind of learn yourself and get back into the swing of things. Remember, Garrett hasn't played a lot.
That's
so
right.
He's starting to learn himself and he's learning baseball, man. And I think he's going to be fine once we get past that July 4th mark if he makes it.
I was about to say Joey Ortiz in my book gets to June 1st. Garrett Mitchell, I think to be fair, I think you might give him till a good chunk of July, maybe even leaning on August 1st. You have to figure out what Garrett Mitchell is before you make a major move.
I understand that. It's just we're over a month and a week since he's homered, and he strikes out 50% of the time. I mean, just
and he's missing pitches that he should be hammering.
Yeah, and the book is out on him. He's not just missing pitch. Like, they know what pitch to throw him. If you throw something up in the zone, he's just not going to hit the ball.
And that's where our hitting coaches, Vogelback and those guys, got to make these adjustments and get this guy in a position to win. Like, it's not like the players have to do stuff, but the coaches and the managers, everyone has to put these guys in a position to win. You know, the irony of this baseball thing is you'll lose a baseball game off of Uribe's arm and win one off of Joey Ortiz's bats, and both of them will get the same amount of hate. Like, if you're like, don't. I'm gonna tell you how to fan now. Don't call in and don't text in and hate on a guy for a bad night. He'll pick him up tomorrow.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, I just think there's so many people on this Brewers bandwagon now that missed between 82 and 08. So let's dump on this guy. Let's dump on that guy, man. Pick this dude up. If you know one thing about the legend Bob Uecker never dissed his own guys. I don't want to diss our guys. Our guys are great. And nobody better diss you, because then we're going to have a real effing problem. I only said effing. I'm going to go before I say what I really want to say. Free the pipe bomb. I'm gone.
Thanks, Justin.
All right. I'm with Justin on Uribe, on his antics. And like I said in the opening, Uribe, I like a closer with some personality, and a lot of them are real successful doing it that way.
Well,
was Devin Williams real animated?
No, I was just going to say, like, did we think Devin Williams and Josh Hader were really animated?
Not
I don't
really.
remember. I don't remember
Nope.
John Axford being very animated either. Jim
But look at
Henderson
McGill coming off the
Yes.
mound last year.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
up and go.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
screaming, banshee
Yes.
wail, screaming. Look at Uribe hop skipping, stepping out of there. Look at, I mean, from a starting pitcher standpoint, look at Mizorowski. No one's complaining about his antics. So
I get it. I get it from both sides. I'm not telling players how to feel during a game, right? But can two things be true? Like, you would kind of look like a jackwagon if it blows up back in your face. You do, but that's the risk you assume when you do it.
I like emotion in baseball. I do.
Yeah, I would be that type of guy. Like, I'm not hating on Uribe for what he does, but you play the game. Like, you got to know what happens. If you're a fan, I mean, Jock Peterson getting heckled at American Family Field, right?
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness,
just
dude. Wow.
Everyone, getting on Jock Peterson. Oh, this guy stinks, right? How it always is. Well, he turns around, he hits a homer. Like, you got to wear it. You got to wear it. That's all it is. Like, I understand you not liking it. I am indifferent about it. And if you're going to do it, assume that Gavin Sheets is allowed to watch his homer he hits off of you then too.
Absolutely. It's celebrating what his success is. Now, he's not celebrating in your face most times.
Sure.
Most times. I do like, speaking of which, emotion, American Family Field. Seemed to me the boos were louder for Machado tonight.
As they should be. As they should be. Yes.
They should have been. Yeah.
Yes.
Bill, on the Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. You're next, Bill.
Yeah, you kind of covered it about the offense. What I would say is, how many first-place teams are you going to beat when you only score one run?
Not many at all.
No, it's not going to happen. And I'm with Justin on Uribe and even Trevor McGill. It's like these guys, if they've got to protect one run, and you said it yourself, it's a completely different dynamic. They have to be so careful because they don't want to give up that one-run homer. They wind up giving up a 3-run homer. It's a shame. They wasted Mizorowski's performance, but he'll be back and we'll be happy again someday. So
there we go. Well, hopefully that day will be tomorrow, but thank you. Bill.
Yeah.
If they had 3 runs on the board tonight, I don't believe there's any chance in hell that Bogaerts works a walk in that situation. That would have been put on a tee from Uribe.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have tried pitching the edges. That would have been just feed me fastball. I got 8 guys, 7 guys behind me and a catcher. I'm going to trust that because you have the wiggle room. When it's a 1-zip game, man, based on this offense, now I'm not going to take anything away from King either. That dude's a pitcher.
Oh yeah, he's a stud.
He is my kind of pitcher, really. He really is. Look at he just knows how to pitch.
Just getting outs. That's all it is. It's just getting outs, right? You need 27 of them, or if you're going 6, right, you need 18 of them, whatever it is. Like
4 of his first 5 outs were ground balls. First 4 outs, I believe.
First 4 of the game
were ground ball outs, and it was no problem, man. You can beat it into the ground all day long. I'm just going to put a wiggle on a pitch. So I'm not going to discount King's pitching because that's another one that you can add to the list of tough pitching that the Brewers have gone up against this year. But clearly their offense needs to put up a couple of more tack-on runs at times.
It's the number, Tim. They didn't get to the number. The number is 4. They didn't get to the number. And
no.
I'm starting to get to the boat of I don't feel good until they get to the number. And they have to get to 4. And that's when you can start feeling good. When they get to 4th, good things happen.
And, you're going to be in 1-run games as a closer, and I totally understand that as well. but you assume that it's going to be like a 4-3 type situation, a 5-4 situation. It's not going to be 1-0. I don't even remember the last time the Brewers won a 1-0 game. Do you?
I can sure as hell try to look.
I don't recall. I mean, I'm trying to put a number on it. You know, the 9 times out of 10, this is going to happen, or 19 times out of 20, this is going to be. I would say that it would be a really big number of you winning 1-0 games. It just hardly ever happens. When you score one run, you almost always lose in baseball. So let's not get too much on Uribe. However, we can also credit the pitching staff as a whole in this one. Think about that. Collectively, I'm talking about, between Mizorowski, Ashby, and Uribe, they gave up 3 runs. You need to win those ball games. To Tommy's point, 4 is the magic number. You get to that 4, you win another one tonight, no matter what happened in that 9th inning. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy. We're going to hear from Jacob Mizorowski as the Brewers have a big-time buzzkill of a game. Series still tied at a game apiece, and they still have a chance to win this series with a victory tomorrow, obviously. But a tough one at American Family Field. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, trying to pick up the pieces of a tough 3-1 loss.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right, guys. Yep.
Same area?
Quad. I don't think that was the same thing, but not sure. But during his warm-up pitches in the 8th.
That's going to be a tough one. And they leading up to the 9th, they missed pitch, I make it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to swallow it. That's part of it. You're going to have 3 or 4 of these every year. We got some great performances tonight. We faced a really good pitcher who we got out of there and, left some guys on base, but still a lot of really good performances. And then, Mizorowski was really, really good, especially in the middle of the game. And then Ashby was really, really good. And Abner, walked the guy and made a bad pitch.
Starts the game by getting a decent shot. Starts the game by getting a decent shot of the 2 best hitters. And everything's going sideways a little bit.
Yeah, 3-2 walk, single off the glove of our second baseman, and then 0-1 hanging slider. It's Major League Baseball. The guys are capable. Hats off to Sheets. Great swing. Did it in the clutch. Hats off to him.
You talk about Mizorowski in the middle innings. How important is that to sort of have those things look like he's getting stronger?
Yeah, he wanted to stay in. We would have normally taken him out, but he wanted to stay in for the 8th. Yeah.
Is that cramping stuff kind of a concern that it's happening?
Well, I think that, he put so much into it. I think people deal with that, but we have people here to get it under control. So I don't think it's a concern.
Stuff aside, what gives you the confidence to send him back up to the 7th and then the 8th?
He really wanted to, and he finished the 7th with I thought he was trying to empty the tank there, a little bit, saying, I know that I'm at the 90-some pitches, but he came in and said, no, I'm good to go. I want to keep going. So when you feel like he's still strong and, he can give you 15 to 20 more pitches, then, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, when you go there, the base run from 3 like second to third, I know the throw probably could have been made to third a little bit earlier if it made it all, but those I say just the way he was able to get around the base.
Yeah, I mean, that's you're going to play for us. You're going to learn how to base run, and Sal's, been through it enough that he knew what to do there, and that's the kind of stuff we talk about. You can't get tagged. It happens between first and second too, and whatever they do, fine, but just keep forcing them to do other things. So, yeah. There's a lot of good things. Churio base running on Terang's ground ball to run inside lane, going to second base to make that throw really, really difficult and have the guy hesitate a little bit before he threw it, ensured that we're going to score the run. There are a lot of little things that in the game, but Rengifo had some great at-bats. Great to see him going. Vaughn had some great at-bats. A lot of positives.
There he is, Pat Murphy after the Brewers fall. Yeah, that's
That's all we get?
That's all we get, Tim Allen. That is it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So we did some math. And you know what, Tim?
Surprising.
We're gonna even rewind before we rewind to last year, April 3rd. Many of you probably thinking, what? There's no way I remember this game. I have a feeling you might. Feeling you might. It was the last game of Nestor Cortez in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform
For now, you never know. They might get him back.
Yeah, he's pitching on the couch currently. Anyone can have him. So no job for Nestor Cortez, by the way. And the Brewers won 1-0 over the Cincinnati Reds. And this will throw you for a loop. The last time the Brewers won a game 1-0, Bryce Terang was batting 9th, and Vinny Capra was batting 6th in the lineup.
It's beautiful.
I mean, not only was Bryce Terang batting below Vinny Capra, he was also below Joey Ortiz.
It was just over a year ago, so it wasn't like it was 3 years ago or something stupid.
No. And then we looked at it in 2024, and the Brewers won 3 games.
3.
1-0. And so the math worked out to 4 and 25 games. 4 and 21 is however many 1-0 games they
4 of 20. I think it was 25 in the last 2+ years.
So it's about a 16% chance you win that ball game,
which is higher than I thought.
Yeah, I guess it seems like it is higher than you thought, but still, that is and that's specifically when the Brewers score one run. Whether they won or lost that game, they scored 1 run. That is the odds of winning the game.
So when your offense puts up 1 run in the last 2+ years, if they only score 1 run, if the Brewers offense only puts up 1 run, you only have a 16% chance to win that game. That's a little bit higher than I thought.
I guess I didn't factor in 26, but that was just 25 and 24's chance, I guess.
Right, those 2 years.
Yeah. So that's not factoring in 2026 season.
Yeah. So again, the chances are pretty limited to win baseball games 1-0. 16% chance. Again, these are raw numbers. This is in the Tommy Wortz metric bank.
The Cudahy analytics. Yeah. This is, gosh. Have you ever heard such an oxymoronic phrase? As that one is.
Don't let him fool you, folks. He's a smart dude.
Should we hear from the Miz?
Let's do it. Jacob Mizorowski, a spectacular performance tonight. 7 shutout innings, not 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Here's Miz after this game.
Miz, Murph said just kind of cramping popped up for you again. Was it similar to last time with the Nationals?
Yeah, they probably the exact same, but it was the quad this time instead of hamstring. So, nothing we haven't seen before. So it'll be fine. Be ready to go.
Well, what does it say that he said you were pretty adamant about wanting to go out there for the 7th and even again for the 8th inning with the pitch count?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was in a good spot to keep rolling, but it just is what it is.
Those middle innings, to have them be as efficient as they were, are those kind of your best? You feel middle innings of a game you put together?
Yeah, it was honestly, it's incredible that I got out in 5 pitches or something like that every inning. So. That kind of got me to the position where I could, stretch it in the 7th and possibly the 8th. But, it was everything was working, so it really clicked.
I think just twice in 3 starts you've had something with that. Is it any major? It didn't seem like you. It seemed like your spirits were pretty good coming out, but any concern at all?
No. I mean, I dumped the tank in the 7th and he was trying to push it and make in the 8th. So it just, it is what it is.
Did you feel it within the dugout, or like when you get up, you kind of start to feel it?
No, I threw that first warm-up pitch and was walking backwards up the mound and, was walking up and I kind of felt it coming on and kind of stood there for a second. Was like, okay, let's see if it's going to do it. So,
Was it just the one warm-up pitch you ended up throwing, or if you throw a couple more?
No, it was just one.
Okay. Is the 0 walks? How much pride do you take in that one tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't feel like I had my best stuff. Like I thought I was spraying those first few innings, and what helped a lot was the guys over there. They were swinging, and they were putting balls in play, and some were falling. But that's probably the biggest factor of it all.
What went into the slider usage tonight?
I mean, I think that was just the game plan going in. They saw something back there that they thought the slider would work better, so that was it.
Chris, how much pride do you take in having this performance against that lineup with so many hitters top to bottom in that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome, to go from the Yankees to this and still have it, So it's awesome.
What would you do to uncork 103, 0.2 on the final pitch?
That would be adrenaline. So, so felt good. So nothing to worry about.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
So you've got G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
In sports, you want a teammate who's been there before. In Wisconsin, that teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They're your friend in insurance. Whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family, G2 builds relationships on honesty and value, from auto and home to complex commercial coverage. Tom and the team at G2 have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit g2ins.com. I'm not playing a fielder's choice. I'm refusing.
No.
I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm paying
All
the
right.
bills. We're reading it. Shout out G2 Insurance. They needed some today.
Yes.
They needed some.
They did. Where's Eric Sogard when you need him?
Oh.
Just with lace a double.
Gosh.
Come on.
Just where's a Niger Morgan when you need him?
Just someone just to slap a base hit with 2 runs. Now, they got it last night, to be fair. Frelick with the 2-run base hit. Terang, a 2-run double. So, yeah, I mean, it's in them.
The only problem with Jake Bauers being an everyday player is that Gary Sanchez has to take that bat in the 9th inning and not Jake.
Yeah, true.
I mean, just as dumb as it sounds. Gosh, I wish you could. Where's the golden at bat rule when you need one there, Tim?
That's right. The golden at bat rule would have been great.
Oh, God, what a dumb rule.
Yeah, that thing, I didn't get too much into that when that thing popped up a year or two ago because I just didn't think it had any legs.
Well, I'm wearing a Savannah Banana crew neck right now as we do this show, and they just had a clip go viral of it because Jackie Bradley Jr. got a single
JBJ
in the 9th and then was golden at batted in the 9th and hit a either game tying or game winning home run. I can't remember what it was, but that's just not baseball. I mean, oh gosh, like the old man takes that come out of me when it comes to the ABS system. When just wait until the golden at bat rule comes into baseball. That
what about the first inning replay in tonight's ball game? Sure looked like Tatis was out.
Yeah. I don't know why that was. How do they still get calls wrong?
That's my thing with replay. Get rid of it.
How do they still get it wrong?
Because we're still arguing, and which is great, which is fine. We make our living, picking apart plays like that, and that's cool. And you guys have a great time doing it with your buddies at the bar or your friends at work. You say, "Man, did you see that call?" But that call was wrong. The umpire should have ruled him safe or out or whatever. Now with replay was supposed to eliminate that stuff, right? That's what it was for. That's why it was implemented. So we didn't have to have those conversations. You had to make it right. For sure. This is the way it went. We're still arguing about it even after replay.
Yeah, I mean, it's all stupid. It's all stupid. It's but it saves you from CB Buckner calling Jake Bauers out on, a ball that went over the first baseman's head.
Yelich against the Marlins a couple of years ago. The ball was at like his chin, and he struck out to end the game. I think it was the Marlins. I mean, those types of things. Yeah, it protects from the
horrible
calls.
Right.
Yeah, it does. But
it doesn't make the bang bang ones any easier, apparently.
But I'm trying to find a reason why that play, why they ruled it the way they rule it. Is there a chance, Tommy, that in New York, they don't see the same camera angles that we do?
I'm going to say New York has more camera angles than
They
we
better.
do. They absolutely do. I always hate that when they say that in the NFL, where it's like, oh, they're not seeing what you're seeing. Why? Why are they not? Why are we seeing it? That just makes no sense.
Yeah, I got this thing. I can watch video on this thing in my back pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are they not seeing the same thing? Why that makes no sense.
Not that it had anything big to do with the game tonight and in the outcome of it. I don't think. But if you're looking at butterfly effect, maybe there's some pitches thrown that are a little bit different. Different part of the order comes up. If you look at it that way, a different batter is up against Uribe late in the game. At the very least, that would have occurred. Well, something to think about. All right. Did we want to rewind, or are we done rewinding?
We can rewind. I'm not ending rewind on a Vinny Capra batting sixth game.
Nestor Cortez won.
Right. He does not deserve that lore. No, he does not deserve that.
Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tommy Wortz and Tim Allen after a tough 3-1 loss. All right, welcome back. Final couple of minutes, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim and Tommy in a 3-1 tough one tonight. We're going to hit the rewind button. Go into a time warp. Going to go back in time.
All right.
To 2021.
Oh, Tim. On this day in 2021, the Brewers lost.
We're gonna stay with the loss just because that's the mood I'm in.
And they wasted a 5-inning, 1 earned run, 9 strikeout game from Corbin Burns in his Cy Young season.
Okay.
Colton Wong leading off, he went 0 for 4. Lorenzo Cain batting second, he went 0 for 4. Dan Vogelbach was batting third. Wow. Okay. That guy's going to be a hitting coach one day. That's what they thought.
Yep.
He went 1 for 3 in the game. Travis Shaw went 1 for 4. Why is this Avisail Garcia? I was like, it's not Aramis Garcia.
Avisail
Garcia. Avi Garcia.
I liked him. Avi.
Yeah. Manny Pena came in the game. Omar Narvaez. I liked Omar Narvaez.
Me too.
Yeah, that guy was a stud. Is he still in the league? What is he up to lately?
His brother is. Was he a backup in Boston, Omar?
He played 4 games last year with Chicago, the White Sox.
The White Sox, okay.
Yeah, he must have got hurt or something too, because he was batting .286 in those 4 games. But regardless, JBJ, second Jackie Bradley reference.
I like him.
Yeah, but he stunk, Tim.
He did, but
he was
just a really, really good dude.
Dude, Tim. Luis Arias played shortstop. He had 2 hits in the game. That's not the name. That's not the name I'm ready for. You forgot all about Billy McKinney. You forgot.
Billy McKinney made that diving grab against the Padres.
We all forgot about Billy McKinney. Billy McKinney played from 2018 to 2025, okay? He made major league games for the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Brewers, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Pirates, the Texas Rangers. What? He played for 6 different teams from 2018 to 2025.
Yep.
Billy McKinney, career 209 hitter. Good for you.
Didn't he make that amazing grab
in San Diego?
In San Diego.
I think it was against the Padres. I also had San Diego in my mind. Yeah. That's crazy.
Billy McKinney.
Forgot all about him. You know who also pitched in this game? Came out of the pen, Drew Rasmussen. We've talked about him being the one that got away a couple of times. Brent Suter also in this one. And is that Angel Perdomo? Yeah, Angel Perdomo. Oh my God. Forgot all about him too.
Yeah.
2021. What a year, dude. What a year. I forgot about Billy McKinney. That one, that's a name that we probably should have mentioned by now in this stretch, but we had to be so selective on going to 2021. Man,
Avi Garcia too. He sort of reminded me of that Corey Hart. There was another guy, Domingo Santana type player.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's what I thought Avi Garcia was. Wasn't he an all-star maybe one year?
The year before us?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
I think so. All right, well, that's going to do it for us. We'll shut her up here and shut it down as the Brewers fall 3-1 in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Now, Tommy, you're going to get them ready for the leadoff show, a big game tomorrow at AmFam.
11:30 tomorrow. We're interrupting 9 to noon. We're taking over the Mason Crosby show in the beginning.
And then afternoon, Brewers conversation after the game, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Sorry about the outcome tonight, but as always, try to smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.